Anytime you're talking about rodeo, you're talking about a rodeo and you're talking about a rodeo man, the man with the actual plan, RandyBernard. Hello, Randy.
Good evening.
We are doing good.
Well, fantastic. I don't know about if I have a plan. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, you got plans. They work. And that's what we like. We like plans that work.
Well, I know we have a lot of fun trying to make plans, but they usually don't go just like you want them to go.
They don't. But
I don't think I've ordered ice on the last 2 years. That's for sure.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's bad. So what are you thinking about this year at the American? What are you thinking about that?
Well, I'm thrilled to see how numbers are on attendance. We're up about 40% overall right now from last year, and I'm just couldn't be happier with how things are starting off. The other thing I love is how wherever I go now, how much credibility the American has. It's one of those iconic events that I think helps the industry, and you can talk about all day long about how great it is for the payout for the Cowboys to make that kind of money, but I think it does more than that. I think it's about bringing a sporting event of significance to the Western sports industry. I mean, we have others, of course. We have the NFR, but how many major events does rodeo really have that are standalone events that really are life changers for the athletes, for the cowboys and cowgirls?
And that's right. It's a one of a kind, and that's what everybody talks about. And now that's where everybody is striving to get to. That's where they want to end up come March of every year the last 2 years.
Yeah, well, and I think the great thing is it's a complement to the rodeo schedules because it's away from the NFR. It's not on top of any rodeos per se that have significant money up on that one day. So it's a complement to the entire rodeo schedule, which I think is also a big positive.
And I think it is, and I think that it's opening rodeo up to a lot of fans that necessarily didn't really pay much attention to rodeo or even go to rodeos. It's kind of broaden the fan base. It seems like.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it's broadened the fan base because I think we've catered to the traditional fan base, rodeo fan base. I think that's what we've seen the mostly, and I think that is also a compliment or shows the relevance of RFDTV because RFDTV is definitely caters to the rodeo audience, and that's what we've used as our primary marketing arm.
And it works, and it doesn't seem like that long ago that RFD popped up, and it just seems like it's grown every year. RFDTV has just become massive. Yeah,
exactly. It's been fun.
Yeah, I remember years ago when it first came out, and I was like, "What is this? What is going on?" And I started watching it. And then it got to a point where, whenever I went to a different place, I had to make sure that my TV carrier had it because I want to watch it. And that's just how it's come. I mean, I watch it a couple of times a week. I mean, there's plenty of programs on there that can fit just about anybody.
Well, it definitely caters to the Western and rural lifestyle, but I think it is there is a little bit for everyone on there, and I think that we've been able to grow it from 26 million homes to almost 50 million homes in the last couple of years, and in a day where bandwidth is very competitive in trying to get these homes, we've done incredible. As you saw, ESPN has lost, I think, 7 million homes in the last year. So we're growing while we're seeing some of the big ones starting to lose some of their universe or their homes.
Yeah, so it's expanding like rodeo should. Now, there's a lot of hot topic right now. If you want to dive in on, just kind of curious. A lot of people are curious to see, to get your thoughts and things on on the ERA?
The ERA is, first of all, I want to say hats off to anyone that's trying to better rodeo. And I don't think that, my personal feeling is that for anyone trying to make it better is a great thing. I have some concerns, and their personal opinion, of course, from me. But my biggest concern I have is that you need the PRCA. It has the legacy, the credibility, and I think I would love to see the ERA become their own promoter within the PRCA. I think that the ERA has some pitfalls or some plateaus they need to get on before they can say that they're going to become a vital sanctioning body. I think I'm very concerned about just how they've structured. Now, in fairness, I haven't seen the business plan. So, I don't want to be pretentious here and tell you that I have all the answers. I don't know, but from the 35,000 feet level looking down on this, I do have some big concerns.
Right. All right. So that will work. Now, what does, you work probably harder than anybody in rodeo. When you're not hard at work, what do you find yourself doing in your spare time? If you have a little bit of spare time, what are you doing?
Well, in all honesty, lately, doing the American and working with Garth Brooks, it takes up most of my time. And I wouldn't change it. I love it. I love spending time with my family. Anything that I can, but right now we're pretty focused on the American. And as I said, I love working with Garth and with Ghost Tunes, which is the digital side of where you can buy Garth's music.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll work. Now, all right. Let me ask you this: when you're at AT&T Stadium at the American, what's your food of choice up there that you got to have when you're at AT&T Stadium? You got to eat something. You can't run around hungry all day.
You're gonna think this is probably crazy, but I don't think I've ever eaten as long as I've been in Texas in AT&T Stadium. I get there at 4 a.m. On Sunday morning before that event, and I don't leave till around 7 o'clock that night. I never eat, not one thing. If I eat one thing, it might be a cracker in the secretary's room or something like that. But typically, I can't eat. I'm not hungry. I'm just so, my nerves are up so much that food doesn't even cross my mind. Now that night, I do go to Del Frisco's. As soon as it ends, that's where you're gonna always find me, at Del Frisco's.
There we go, Del Frisco's. That's right. And how are you getting your steak over there?
Hey, any way they bring it, it's gonna be great. I'll tell you that right now. But I'm a huge fan of Del Frisco's. Love that place.
That is a good place. That's a great place to be afterwards. So that does work. So anything else you got in the works? You got any secret surprises you want to throw out there for this upcoming year?
Yeah, we're going to start announcing some of our exemptions, and this year we haven't announced this yet, but it will become knowledge here very shortly. We've announced one. But I'm not going to give flat exemptions. You have to earn your way this year. The legends are going to have to go out and compete and get in if they want in. And I think we're going to see some major changes on the way we do that. We already announced Fred Whitfield and Cody Olt will match in an 8-calf match. They'll run at different scores, different size calves. It's going to be pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, that's going to be something to see right there.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun, and I think you're going to see an incredible barrel racing match. That will be really fun to see. I can't wait to announce it. It's not who you will ever guess. I think that it brings coffee shop talk on Monday mornings, and then I think the same thing in the Team Open. I think that we have some pretty cool ideas, and the steer wrestling match. I can't wait to announce that. It's going to be a fun one. And hopefully we'll announce that very shortly.
That's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be exciting, that Joe Beaver match race and barrel race. now people
actually,
pay to see that.
Larry Mahan and Ty Murray. Actually, I thought they'd be the best 2 barrel races we could get.
Oh yeah,
for the barrel race this year.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be good.
But they'd
stuff.
be afraid that a little 9-year-old would beat them, and so I don't know if we could ever get them to do it.
Yeah, they wouldn't come back. Oh man, but yeah, that'll be great, and that's what I like. That's what we like about it is you never know what's going to happen, and it's going to and what happens is going to be exciting. Whether it's leading up to the American or at the American, you're always on the edge of your seat because you don't know what's going to happen next.
Well, I counted up one time. I personally produced over 3,000 events, including all the events at the PBR. I've signed checks for over $100 million in payout to those bull riders while I was at PBR. But my most exciting, I've been at the Indy 500 for 3 years, which has a attendance of over 300,000 plus. But my most exciting event I've ever produced is the American. I love it. I love what it stands for. The underdog has a chance to go against the best in the world. And it's that one time where you root for the underdog, but you know that those greats are out there, and they're hungry for that money just as much. So you're always happy with whoever wins, whether it's an underdog or the expected ones to win it. But to me, that's what this is about. It's about if you look back on the last 2 years of all the incredible storylines that we've had, to me, you walk away from the event just feeling so good, and this energy in the air. That there's very few events in the world that I've been to, and I've been to Super Bowls, I've been to Final Four, every major boxing events, and very few events that I've been to has that energy in the air that the great Super Bowls have. Some of the big fights, Tyson fight I went to had it, but that's what you can cut the energy with a knife, and that's what I love about the American. It just continues to build and build and build until that short round, and that's what I really I don't want to lose this event. I think that's why it's growing at such a fast rate.
Oh, and it is, and that's what I was doing over Christmas, New Year's holiday. Is I keep them DVR'd on my DVR, and that's what I was watching the American from last year. I was over Christmas holiday, just getting ready for it because I'm ready to get it going.
Well, we are too. I'm really excited about it this year. I think we've got some great ideas. We've waited longer than we've ever have. Typically, we've done more announcements, but this year I want to put them all here in the last 45 days and really try to start creating that momentum that typically we can carry right through the event.
And that'll be a good deal. I'm just waiting on the broadcaster exemption where you can sneak a couple of minutes up in the booth. That's what I'm waiting on.
All right. Well, to do that, Justin McKee might kill me, but Ty Murray, but you got to eat about 12 donuts a day, gain about 3 pounds a day, and you'll be announcer. You'll be right up there with our guys.
That'll be good. I'll see what I can do on that. I'll see what I can do. Well, Randy, man, I appreciate the time visiting with you, and we can't wait to see you down here again at the American.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We sure look forward to getting down there.
All right. Thank you.